don't know him.
It is November 2017, and this is Paul Davis. I've arrived in Baltimore. It's a Sunday.
Can I put this back?
And after a full year of being away from Baltimore, I'm here with herself, Rosemary Davis. Rosemary Keener Davis. She is 85 years old. And Osel is here attending to her.
It's birthday tomorrow.
It is Osel's birthday tomorrow.
Bridget, it's your birthday tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Rose, can you think back all those years ago to Bridget's birthday? To the day she was born? Because you've often talked about my day of birth, but what about Osel's?
Oh, she was the cutest little thing, and she used to talk up a storm. Her little lips used to curl. Really.
Amicis.
Amicis.
It is Sunday, October, I think it's the 28th.
It is.
And I'm in Baltimore. This is Paul Davis for those watching this in years ahead of time. And a scene that I've heard about a lot, but I haven't seen it in person. The firstborn, only the firstborn, gets the traditional, patented Rosemary Davis massage.
With peanut oil.
There's no, I don't see any peanut. Brother, my back is halfway to yours. You got some hair. Rose, is there a particular methodology here? Is there a particular plan?
No.
Show him what Ralph used to do. What you did to Ralph.
This is, don't do his butt! This is incredible! Somewhere Daddy is turning in his grave.
Paul, at some point she'll always say, this is what Ralph liked.
Rosemary.
Alright, brother. Get your footage.
No, I'm getting it, brother. This is going to be shown for years. This is what it looked like.
Ah, there's no touch as that of a mother. Paul.
Rose, how many times do you think you've done this for him?
I don't know.
I'll always remember the time I went and saw Mommy on Valentine's Day. I called you, Paul, right after.
Where were you?
Steak.
What did I do?
And mashed potatoes. I just called you to tell you that. You were living at that other place over by Parkville.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking to you. You made me a steak and mashed potatoes.
Baltimore, circa 2017.
I called Paul on the way home.
I remember that.
I told him how good it was. Do a little scratch, Bob. Alright.
I gotta show this to JJ. He'll jump through the roof. Rosemary.
Spike, I've moved up on the food chain.
What do you think, Rose?
Oh, wow. Alright, just do my neck hard a little bit. There you go. And give me some scratch. Give me some scratch, Mom. Scratch a little. Yeah.
You look like Daddy from the back.
He sure does. We
Doesn't he
both
look
do.
like Daddy?
And everybody.
That bald spot that Daddy had.
You do. What about you?
Yeah, I'm hungry though. I wish they would.
We are at Costa's Crab House. Rose and I have snuck away for a one-on-one, son-mother only crab feast. Nobody else is here but us. It was raining, driving over here. It's 2017. It's a Sunday night. Rose doesn't have as much to say as in years gone by, but I haven't gotten any liquor in her yet. What do you think, Rose?
loved it. Until they got his
It
stuff.
doesn't get
He was shaking his leg.
like JJ shakes his leg when he goes to bed. No, I do my leg when I'm in the bed. JJ rocks his whole body. So what are you thinking, Rose? Twilight of your life? I think you got 5, 6, 7 good years left in you.
I don't know. What's that say? Fox NFL.
Fox in the NFL.
Did you order the big crabs?
Big ones.
Have you ordered them yet?
Yes. Do you know I had my first margarita with the boys in Chicago? They said, Dad, have you ever had a margarita? I said, no. They said, have one. I didn't know what to expect. It was very good. It was very good.
Will they have strawberry margaritas?
They would.
If you had one that plain, it was lime.
Do you think you can get one here?
What, a margarita? Sure, they're on the menu.
So you look back at.
want one.
Yeah. Are you hungry?
Aren't you?
Yes.
I'm very hungry.
These crabs are better than Ocean Pride. This is our place, Rosemary. Without JD or Hillary or anybody yelling at us. Right? Charles.
You have this on?
Yeah, I'm recording you right now for posterity. I want to show this in 20 years to my grandchildren.
I'm sorry I don't have makeup on.
And you're sorry that you won't make it to see their first Holy Communions.
Look at her hair.
Did you chase boys, Rose? And then what about Tommy Linton? That son of a bitch.
What about him?
Daddy says he knocked him down a flight of stairs.
He what?
Punched him. Why didn't you make it work with Peter Angelos?
I hadn't thought of that name.
Why didn't you make it work with Angelos? We'd be rich, Rose.
I'd like to. I would like to have made it with Peter Angelos.
Why did you blow it?
Hey, Niyote. Sepetela.
And what was that famous line he said to you while you were driving in your car?
Too much for you and not enough for me.
Is that what he said? What kind of a woman gets a car for her birthday?
I'm hungry.
It's coming, Rosie, baby. Relax.
I'm really hungry.
I am too. Now, we ought to be able to handle a dozen between us. Of the big ones.
Well, I don't know about that. I can only eat about 3 or 4.
Then we'll go over Hillary's and watch the World Series a little bit. You love Hillary, don't you?
Of course.
You love her a lot.
Of course.
And how about Oso? How about Bridget?
Eating with forks.
They're eating all kinds of weird things, but we're getting what you're supposed to eat at Costas Crabs. So you're 85 now, right?
Yes.
Your birthday's coming up in May.
May 22nd.
May 22nd, you'll be 86. I found
a diary underneath a tree and started reading about.
What would you say to John Davis if he walked in here right now? Christ teaches us to forgive, Rosie. Now,
What's this?
where do we go when we die?
If we've been good, we go to heaven. If we go heaven, we go to hell.
You know, I don't believe that.
You don't? What do you believe?
I don't believe in a hell. I think we all go to heaven because Christ loved us so much. He paid the price for us. That's why he died on the cross. Do you think he died for 80% of us? The crucifixion was so horrific, do you think when Christ hung there, he said to himself, this is only going to cover 80% of them? No. It's called grace. We've all been given grace. I want you to remember this when you're laying there and dying and I'm not there.
What is she eating? I think she's eating macaroni and cheese. Did you see Captain Cooper's face
Yes.
out there?
Yeah. I wish you'd stayed at Stanford or Sanford.
Sanford.
Why did you leave, Rose? Things could have been different.
Not really. We should have gotten margaritas.
The night is young. Now, what about you and Joan? Are you getting along, Aunt Joan?
Yes.
Good.
We should get a T-shirt or.
So you're going to be 86 in May 2018.
Is that a trophy?
It's a trophy. They're celebrating a victory at the bowling alley.
How do you know?
I think I'm guessing. Dundalk, Baltimore, Sunday night trophy, old guys with guts. I'm thinking bowling.
They kiss each other. They're girls.
So what do you want to say to your kids?
I love all of you. I'm proud of all of you. And I wish they'd bring the crabs.
Mom, did you beat us as children?
No.
Daddy did a little.
Oh, remember the vacuum cleaner pipe?
Yes, I do. All because I was late coming home by an hour and a half. And I was looking for something to give you out of the dump, which is located halfway between St. Thomas More and Hillsway Court. Hillsway Court that we discovered a year ago, you and me. Right? Remember that? We went in there for the tour? And your and Daddy's bedroom was so small.
That looks like the guy that found it out.
Oh, what's his name? Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Doesn't it look like him?
Yeah. I want to test your cognitive abilities. You ready? I want you to count backwards just a little bit from 100. This is a test.
100, 99, 98, 97, 96.
You pass. That's good, Rose. That's good. All right, you ready? What's 5 times 5?
25.
Very good. What is 25 divided by 5?
4. What'd you say?
25 divided by 5.
24.
25. 25 divided by 5.
5.
Very good. And how do you denote the number 11 in Roman numerals? Oh, that's easy.
I don't know.
Roman.
1D.
No. What's 10?
I don't know.
X. Isn't it?
I guess.
What year was John F. Kennedy assassinated? What day?
I don't know.
November
22.
1963.
Getting on my nerves.
1963.
Why don't we get sweatshirts?
Let me ask you this.
Costas on them?
What's the name of the guy that shot Kennedy?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
And who shot him?
Ruby.
Jack Ruby. Very good, Rosemary. Very good.
Didn't you go to Dallas and you saw all
I did.
that? Didn't
What
you?
was the name of the event when the Japanese attacked America and got us into World War II? Where did that happen?
Pearl Harbor.
Very good, Rosemary. You're passing everything.
Where'd you get that
Now,
shirt?
would you please do jingle bells with your teeth
Where'd you get that shirt?
at Graceland where I work? Very good. Now, who was the most handsome of all your children on the male side?
Paul Davis. Paul Jude.
That's right, Rosemary. Very good. What's the matter? They're coming, but I don't want you to waste. And I want to eat the stuff in your shell. Don't throw the stuff in your shell away. What famous words did J.J. Davis utter after giving me an enema at the age of 16?
It's a boy.
It's a boy. And what's special? What was special about the day? What day was it?
You were sick.
And what day was it? What holiday were we celebrating?
Your birthday.
It was Christmas Day.
Were you sick on Christmas Day?
Yes, I was. It's horrible.
You're still a handsome dude. I bet you have to fight the women off.
Actually, no. What is the name of your older brother who has passed away? Your oldest brother.
My brother, that makes me sad.
What was his name?
Sonny.
And he was your half brother, right? For the record.
Where'd you get that shirt? Do you have more like it?
Yes.
How many?
4.
Do you like them?
All right. They're all right. You don't like? What's wrong with them, Rose?
I don't know. They're all right.
What's your favorite dessert of all time?
Chocolate cheesecake.
Really? Chocolate cheesecake.
Or banana cream pie.
I like banana cream pie.
You're hungry, I can
Oh,
tell.
I am. If it was your last meal on earth, what would your main dish be if it was your last meal
A
on earth?
steak.
With a baked potato. But I have a bone to pick with you. Growing up, I did not like baked potatoes.
Look at her hair.
What's wrong with it, Rose?
Too long.
Oh, we have an opinion on the length of hair. When we were children, I hated baked potatoes.
Oh my God, I remember something. I remember you looking at a bottle of medicine and you said, I'm never going to take that medicine again.
You thought I poisoned myself.
I didn't know if you'd taken it or not.
But listen, let me ask you. What was the question I just asked you? Your last meal, oh, you said a step. Oh, baked potato. Do you know why I grew up hating baked potatoes? We got one thin sliver of butter. And we never had sour cream. I didn't know until I was a grown-up that people put sour cream on potatoes. And here they come. Crabs are here.
Do you have crab soup?
Of course they do, Rose.
Any butter, vinegar, anything for the crab?
She wants butter.
Butter? Okay.
Butter for what?
The crabs.
Oh, melted butter and melted vinegar. I mean,
So now dinner is over. Rosemary is going to finish up with a hot fudge sundae. How was it, Ro? How were the crabs?
delicious.
What are you looking at, Rose?
I want a coffee.
They're all out of coffee.
Really?
We can get some at Hillary's house.
Did you really say that?
I talked to him. We're gonna get some at Hillary's. They put nuts in mine. I didn't like that.
You got my knife too?
Nothing like ice cream, huh, Rose? What?
Benedict.
Sure.
The top one here. Right there.
Okay.
I, Shri, would like to have the Western omelet. I want some grits. And I'll have some home fries too. Also.
Would you like cheese in your omelet?
Yeah, a little. No, I won't put butter in. I'll put butter in it myself.
Okay. Any toast? White, wheat, long?
Wheat.
Sure. Got it. I'll take the menu.
I'm always amazed at how restaurants take menus. It's like they covet them.
Oh, do you want to look in? I think she's still looking.
I was going to have
She likes to-
eggs Benedict. Let's see, 2.
Poached eggs with Canadian bacon and Hollandaise sauce on top. It comes with home fries on the side.
Okay, I'd rather have grits than home fries.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Sure. Thank you.
Where are you from?
Nepal?
Nepal.
Yeah.
Rose,
Yes.
this is our second day together. It's late October 2017. Right?
This is the Towson Diner.
This is better than Nautilus.
I don't know. I like Nautilus. Are you taking my picture or
Video.
video?
Video killed the radio star. Remember that song? What songs were we singing today, Rose? Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you.
Getting to know you.
And the song that you loved yesterday that you were singing all day was I found her diary
underneath a tree and started reading about me.
How were the crabs last night, Rose?
Delicious. Wonderful.
And how much did they cost?
I think
A lot.
it was either 85 or 95.
95, and you know what? We're not done. We're going back Thursday, you and me, again. Getting to know you.
We left 3 of them over falls, didn't we?
Hillary's, and we got to get them. Do you know why? Because they're ours. So what do you make of JD? If you had somebody ask you, what's your oldest son like? What would you say about him?
He's a wonderful man
And why do you say that?
because he's good to people. He tries to get them jobs and help them. And he belongs to the Salvation Army.
He was your first child.
Firstborn.
Can you remember?
My mother said he looks like Joe Keenan.
She said that. Wow. You remember when he was born? JD?
Yeah, I had twilight sleep.
What's that, Rose?
I don't know, but I didn't feel any pain.
And was Daddy nearby? Can you remember? Of course,
Daddy,
you would have been in the hospital.
Daddy wasn't even there.
Oh, he had to have been for the birth of his first child.
I don't remember.
Do you remember the feeling you had when you first held your son, Dougie?
No. Please, Paul, I don't feel like talking about stuff like this.
It's a good memory. He's a good kid.
Here's... She got a kid.
Did Dougie cry a lot as a baby?
No, we came all the way from California with him, and
I thought that was Hillary, Bridget.
no, she was born there, and she was a baby in a car bed.
Did you like California?
It was alright. Isn't it funny how women have babies?
It's funny how they have them. It's amazing how it comes out like that. I mean, why do they come out the vagina? Why don't they come out the butt? You know, I mean, the vagina is known for pleasure. Why couldn't the Lord just say, let's let the baby come out the anal opening? But they say that's what it's like, but you don't remember any of your births because you were injected with chemicals to make you go to sleep, Twilight. Did you ever have stitches in your noonie?
I don't know. See your ad here. See that? Look at the elephant.
If Reuben Donnelly called today and said, Rosie, we want you to consult our young salesman, could you do it?
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I'm too old to work.
Oh,
What's
remember
this?
you had that job down the street 4 years ago where you were a receptionist at Wyndham? There was a complex down the road here you worked.
Gardeners.
No, that was furniture and stuff out. No, but it was and you met all the older people. And you made friends with a lot of older people that lived there. Wealthy people.
Edenwald.
Edenwald. You loved that.
Ellen works there.
You loved that job, Rose. Were you ever bullied as a child in school?
No, but I bullied others.
You remember that?
There was Betty Brooks, and I called her Fatso.
Oh, Betty, you should reach out to her on Facebook. Tell her you're sorry.
This is, we were young. But I did. I used to call her Fatso.
Did she cry?
I don't remember. I was cruel, though. I was mean.
Maybe you were just acting out upon how you were treated in your own home.
I don't know. What's that? Look across the street in that little red light. Does that say bar?
I can't read it, Rose.
Yes, you can if you look. Wait a minute. Now, see the light?
Yeah.
What's it say?
It's a reflection from somewhere else.
What's it say?
I can't read it, Rose.
What are we getting?
Dinner. You ordered a burger and fries, and I'm getting a steak. Rose, you've got to push yourself. Your brain is still there. You're getting something, and I'm
What's
getting...
this little owl doing?
You need a little owl. It's in the ad, Rose. I don't know, but show the people at home your finger. Hold it up. You always told me that you could always tell how old somebody was. Look at those fingers, man. That's pretty crooked, Rose. You know, we can get some stents, and we can stent, and we can turn it back to straight. Would you like that? So I found out this morning that my mother was a bully, at least to one other girl in her school. Were you a good student? Did you like to learn? Did you do your homework?
Only with what I could get by with.
Now I know where I got it from. And here's our cheerful waitress from Nepal.
Here we go.
Oh, yes, young lady, you nailed it. Look at this. Rose, did we order this food? Look what Rose got. Eggs Benedict and the grits in a little coffee cup. I've never seen it like that. That's pretty interesting, young lady.
You got grits too.
So who are you, Rosemary Davis? Who are you?
I don't know.
Years from now, when all of us have grandchildren, and we will, and it's going to be an explosion of grandchildren, and you may or may not be around. Well, you probably won't be around because it's going to take another 5 years for these kids to be, you know, talking and understanding things. What do you want us to say to your great-grandchildren about you? How do you want to be remembered? How would you wrap up your life in a description? Who is Rosemary Davis? Who was she? What were you all about?
I don't know.
You told me years ago that when you were growing up, you really didn't have any big dreams. You just wanted to be a housewife with children. You remember that? Saying that? Well, you did. You said that.
Well, I'm glad.
Did you want a lot of kids? Or was 5 the number you had in your head?
6.
Really?
4 or 6.
Oh, an either or scenario, 4 or 6. If you could give one of your children back, which one would it be? Oh, Rose.
I could never answer that.
No mother or father can. Are you afraid of death at all?
No.
Because you're pretty convinced there's a heaven. What did you think about my discussion with you yesterday where I said I don't think there's a hell?
I don't even remember it.
You don't. Do you remember how long I've been in town?
Since Sunday, I think.
When was Sunday?
Excuse me, day before yesterday.
No, it was yesterday.
Yes.
What's today, Rose?
Monday.
You were going to sing. Go ahead. Yesterday. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Go ahead. Why she had to go. I found her
Diary underneath the
tree and started reading about me. The words she listened, the words she said took me by surprise.
You couldn't see.
Read in her eyes. They said that she had found the one she'd waited for. Wouldn't you know it? She wouldn't show it. Rose, what would you say to John Davis right now if he walked in and sat down and said, I fooled you all. I've been hiding for 22 years. I'm not dead. Would you hug him? Would you refuse to let him sit down with us? Or would you sit down with him and say, let's get rid of Paul and go back to my apartment?
And he doesn't necessarily.
Could you still do the number now if you had to?
Oh, shush. Don't talk to me about stuff like that.
Well, the numbers are on the other side.
Yes or no?
It's not popping numbers.
What would you say to John?
Get the hell out.
Get the hell out. Yeah.
The number same to the other part?
What are you thinking right now, Rose?
But that man has a white mustache.
He sure does. He's got a white beard, too.
They don't want to be still
Talk to me, Rose.
because
Look back on your life.
part this way,
A good life.
they do a good job.
It was.
Just want to be hidden.
I wish you hadn't had that relationship with Jimmy.
What relationship with
The guy you met at Montgomery Ward's. And there was always rumor that you and Matt Smith were a number. But where was it you used to go and dance on a Thursday night? Orchard. The Orchard Inn. He's dead now, isn't he, Rose?
Huh?
He's dead now, isn't he?
Who?
Matt Smith?
I had no idea.
What about Uncle Frankie?
I think he had a stroke.
And the name of his wife was,
She was screwing Daddy.
and you and I always speculate that there were 6 Davis children. Right? You said that that one child looked like Daddy. Who was that? The little boy. Stephen. Yes, you did. You've forgotten some of this.
Do you have banana? No, mango?
Yes, I am.
I don't feel like talking.
Just relax. Just be with me. Do you ever wonder what becomes of us once we die? What happens to us, Rose?
I don't know, Paul.
What did you know? You're a convert to the church,
To what church?
Catholic Church. What did the nuns teach us?
I don't know.
Heaven and hell.
I feel like I want some potato chips.
They're good. What did you eat for dinner?
I don't remember.
Oh, Bridgie hasn't been here. So you don't have any food. Have you just eaten our breakfast and that's it? You had an ice cream sandwich.
I don't remember. I've got Chinese checkers. Do you ever play them?
Never.
Do you know how to play them?
I don't know how to play it, Rose. Is it hard?
No, it's easy.
Maybe we can play. Now tomorrow I have to get up and go to West Virginia.
West Virginia. Who used to sing that?
Mountain Mama, West Virginia, take me home, country road.
John Denver.
John Denver, and guess what?
What?
He's dead. How did he die, Rose?
I don't know.
Think.
In a plane crash.
You got it, see? You got it. You still can remember things. Take me home, country road, to a place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road.
I found a diary underneath a tree and started reading about me.
The words she'd written took me by surprise.
You
Never
should
read
see
them in their eyes. They said that she had found the love she'd waited for. Wouldn't you know it?
Where'd you put the pins that were? Huh?
They're on the counter.
Can the cats eat them?
If they like to eat sharp objects, I guess they could. Rose, we've made a decision. We're getting rid of the cats. We have a nice family.
Please, Paul, don't talk like that. That upsets me. Those cats give me great pleasure. What's your charge card doing out?
I want the cats to eat it.
No, seriously, what'd you have for dinner?
Don't use that. That's part of the wrapper from the ice cream. Use this. Rose.
You had Chinese, huh?
Very good.
And what kind of Chinese?
What did I say?
I don't remember.
Shrimp and garlic sauce.
Oh yeah, I love that.
I do too. I get it every time.
Where'd you get it? You didn't go to Towson's Best or Central Asia? Where'd you go? Huh? Huh?
I went with his family out in Reisterstown.
When you went with a family, how many of you?
2, 3. 2 of them, a couple, older couple.
World Series isn't on tonight, huh?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I'll love you. Tomorrow is just a game away. Are you going to bed anytime soon? Huh?
A few minutes.
Huh?
A few minutes.
What does Jamie have to say?
Not much.
Did you meet any of his daughters?
No. Does Uncle Johnny have any children?
Does Uncle Johnny have any children? Yes. But I can't think who they are. Kim and Stacy. Know it. She wouldn't show it. And they did it. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Shrimp with garlic sauce. Oh. Why don't you go get me some, Paul? Bridget would. If she were here, she would go get it for me.
I think she's become your slave.
She is not a slave.
Don't call her, Rose. It's late.
She's
It's late, Rose.
Shut up.
It's late.
443-208.
Oh, look, you got a little chart there. That's how you call people.
3302. I told her you wanted her to tell you what you wanted, she wanted for her birthday. She wouldn't show it, and wouldn't you know it? What size shoe do you wear?
9.5.
5.5.
9.5.
Oh.
What about you?
8.5 to 9. Did you go over Hillary's?
Yes. Have you ever seen the movie Primal Fear?
That's a good movie.
And where is Ed Norton from?
I think his grandfather built the Inner Harbor.
And how many children do I have?
5. Did Jamie ever see your kids?
He's never met them.
He has 3 girls, doesn't he? Doesn't he have a Lily? That's a cute name. You still have that on?
Why do you think I'm recording you?
Because I'm gonna die soon.
I don't think you're going to die soon. I don't.
I want some,
You're healthy.
I want some garlic chicken.
Shrimp.
Shrimp with garlic sauce.
Oh, honey, it's too late now. And you've got indigestion. If you eat now, you'll never be able to go to sleep.
Well, I'm going to bed.
Rose, I'll go to bed too then. What would you say to the world watching this video right now?
Good night.
Here she goes. Ms. Davis. Ms. Davis. Rosie. It is Tuesday, October 31st. I think it's Halloween. I am headed to West Virginia to see a Graceland supporting couple. Rosemarie is here, still defying George Burns' comments to get out of the bed. And she's asked me a couple times if I've gotten a shower. She has broken wind a couple times. I asked her, so what do you do? How do you eat if Bridget's not here? She said, you know, I don't ever think about it. And so I made her think about it. And I said to her, let's face it, Bridget comes out here every day. And she said, I guess you're right.
Almost every day.
I also challenged Rosemarie to get a shower every other day. She said she'll think about it. But this is the woman she's become. This is the place where I always sleep. This is the same bed where Mark Fryman slept in the middle one night. Rosemary, she was much younger then and rather attractive at that time. She woke up that morning on New Year's Day. There was Jamie, and we had parked the car on the front lawn. And now she's looking for gnats and animals in her hair. This is what old people do. They play with their hair. Rosie, why are you playing with your hair? What's in there? If you get a shower, you won't have those kinds of problems, Rosemary. Who shaves your armpits? Osel? Good. There you go. This is the room. In 20 years, I'll look at this tape. I'll be old myself. And I'll be thinking, why were I so mean to Rosemary? Look at how she felt. She's 85 in this video. And yes, P.S., she's got gas. What would you like to say to the world, Rose?
Nothing.
If you could sleep all day, you would, wouldn't you?
No.
Good. You haven't been watching any TV since I've been here. I found her diary. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would say. But if you let me love you, it's for sure. I'm going to love you. You got no hair under your arms at all. All the way.
Do you have hair under your arms?
You betcha, baby, I got hair. Most people do, but you've plucked all of yours out. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. November 2017, the end of the line for Rosemary Davis. It's time for Stella Morris. I've made some phone calls. I've set things up. You're going to Stella Morris, Rose, where they come in every day and check on you to make sure you haven't fallen. They come in and make sure you've had a meal in the morning. And if you're backed up, they give you
Can you hear that?
They give you an enema. This is what it looked like on this day. November 2017, outside the window of the mansion where Rosemary lived. She says this used to be an insane asylum or something. They used to bring people here to have them evaluated, I think. Isn't that true, Rose? Is that true?
You have hair on your chest?
Yeah, can't you see it? What about you?
Do I have hair on my chest?
Yes. What did Daddy used to say about eating certain things? Didn't he say it'll put hair on your chest and make childbirth a pleasure? Remember that, Rose?
What are you doing?
Getting videotape of the last hours of Rosemary Davis. Today you're going to Stella Morris with your cats.
Paul, what are you doing?
Videotaping you, Rose, to show to the doctors. To show them pulling your hair and doing your tongue like the Grinch. Why are you pulling your hair, Rose? So here I am with Rosemary. We're lying in her bed. It's November 2017. We can't believe it. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. We haven't gotten out of the bed yet. Have we, Rose? Rose?
No, we haven't.
Very good. She responded. But we've got a big day planned. But let me tell you about last night. We went to see the Halloween display at JD's house, didn't we?
Across the street.
But one of the things that Rose has failed to ask me, and it really shocks me, she hasn't said to me, nor last night when we were just a few houses away from JD's, she never said to me, why don't we go in to see Doug?
And he just said that. Why don't we?
Because I didn't want to. I didn't want to go and sit and just listen to Valerie and JD brag about their children. JD bring out the booze. I didn't want to do that, Rose. It was our night. We got Chinese afterwards. We went first, didn't we, Rose? We went and saw the Halloween display, but there was only one problem with it. The spider thing was not working. They did not have it turned on. So you couldn't see the spiders. There were 2 spiders that were on a web going back and forth eating a skeleton. We were there about 15 minutes, no more than that, and I didn't want to go into Doug's house at that point. And Rose never said anything either. She didn't say, why don't we go see what Doug's doing? I think he was gone because his car wasn't there. I think he went and was doing scouts, Rose. So what did we do after we saw the Halloween display, Rose?
Chinese.
And how good was it?
Delicious.
And what did you order for the first time, a dish that your son Paul taught you about?
Shrimp with garlic sauce.
Shrimp in garlic sauce. And in what kind of a plate did it arrive at our table in?
I don't know.
You remember? They were cute.
Oh, boats.
Little boats. Little boats. That's right. Said you liked it. And did they bring us a lot?
Oh, yes.
Yes, they did. It was a lot. And Paul surprised Rose because he ordered something that he never orders with her.
Triple something.
Triple delight. But I'm not referring to the dish. We spent $35. She got a wonton soup and really loved it. I could go for that wonton right now, couldn't you, Rose?
Where is it?
It's in your gut. We do have plenty of Chinese left over, don't we?
Uh-huh.
We're not going to throw it out, are we?
No.
We're going to eat it.
Yes. What is this?
That's the reflection of what we're recording. That's the screen turned around so I can see how to hold the camera. So that's being recorded right now. You with your hair, no teeth. Yeah, that's Rosemarie in 2017. November. This is when she still knew who she was. Who are you?
Donald Duck.
Count backwards from 100.
16.
Got it.
22.
You jerk. She's been picking her nose a lot too. Hey, won't you do that thing where you've been pulling your hair out like the old women do? She's been pulling her hair. Yeah. What's that all about? She does this for minutes and upon minute. Why are you doing that? If I show this video to JJ, he's going to cry. Rose, who do you think's going to be the saddest at your memorial service?
I don't know.
Well, think about it for a minute.
I don't want to think about it.
You're going to die.
But then do you know where you go?
Where?
Hell. You're going to hell.
You're a mean one,
Mr.
Mr.
Grinch. You haven't told the people what you noticed last night that I got at the Chinese. And if Evelyn knew it, she'd be angry with me.
Wine.
Yes!
Wine. He drank wine, a whole carafe.
It was, I didn't even eat the whole carafe. I had 2 glasses. And what happened to your glass?
It broke.
You didn't drink it, baby. Why not?
I didn't like it.
Should I have gotten purple instead of clear?
Yes.
I wish you had said that to me last night. You know what, Rose?
What?
I enjoyed our time there so much. I'd like to go again. Towson's worst. Honey, how can you still be tired? We slept all night, hon.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. He tells me I look like the Grinch.
You do. And we're going to dinner tonight with everyone. Should we invite Jamie?
You can.
Good, Rose. So what are you going to say to John Davis when you see him in heaven?
You're a jerk.
But God has forgiven him, and you must also, Rose. You've got to forgive Daddy. But he only sold Kenaway Road because you said go ahead. Am I correct? He said, I'm going to call the realtor. They put a sign up, and in 3 days it sold, right? Was it 3?
I don't remember. Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see.
That's a beautiful song, Rose.
You can see outside the sky.
I found her diary underneath the tree and started reading about me. The words she'd written took me by surprise. You'd never read them in her eyes. They said that she had found the one she'd waited for. Wouldn't how's it go, Rose?
Wouldn't you know it?
Wouldn't you know it? She
Didn't show it.
wouldn't show it. All right. I want to get from you 1 sentence, 2 sentences at the most, on each of your children. I'm going to show this video to them after you're gone. So be thoughtful. Let's start with JD, your oldest. He was your oldest. I do not know how old you were when he was born, but I think you were in your early 20s. What would you say to JD about how would you describe him in 2 sentences? What are your thoughts? What are your overall thoughts on J.D. Dougie?
He's a kind and gentle man.
Anything else?
He's very giving and thoughtful.
Did you see those signs when he was a young man, when he was 12, 10? Did you foresee him growing up to be this kind of man?
Paul, I don't feel like doing this anymore, okay?
Come on, you're going to have to push yourself. Come on, Rose, this is important. And then Bridget Osel. 2 sentences on her. How would you evaluate Osel? All right, I'll answer for Rose. Since she's only slept for 15 hours, she needs more rest. She can't take the time to say nice things about her children. I'll fill in the blanks, okay, Rose? Osel has taken care of Rose for the last 7 years. She's very giving. She is moody. Osel is moody. She has not struck her mother, but she's come close. Now, Rose has often said to me that everybody thinks that John Davis or JD has the worst temper, but nobody will scare you worse than when Osel gets angry. Rose, do I speak the truth?
Blue sky smiling at me, nothing but blue sky.
All right, well, if you're struggling...
Out the window, out the window.
If you're struggling to come up with the words for Osel, I know you won't struggle talking about himself, J.J. Davis, otherwise known as Johnny Joe. What would you say in 2 sentences about Johnny Joe?
He's tender-hearted.
Is he tender-hearted to a fault?
No.
Do you regret not being able to get to know his family better?
Paul, what are you doing?
I'm recording some thoughts from you.
Blue sky smiling at me, nothing but blue skies.
Well, what about Hillary? She has been with you the longest, really, in terms of being in your presence. When we all went off to college, Hillary was left with you. You've had a rocky relationship up and down over the years, but I think over the last several, you have gotten over your differences and you truly love each other.
Oh,
Do I paint an accurate picture?
no,
I don't?
no.
Well, you better clarify.
I'm tired and I don't feel like talking. And here comes the kitty cat.
Would you tell the audience at home which cat this is? I hate these cats, you know that, Rose.
Don't say that.
I did. I've already said it, Rose. I hate them. Why do you love these cats so much?
'Cause they're sweet. See how she loves me?
Oh, yeah. She's showing a lot of affection.
See how she loves me?
You know what that affection, you know what she's saying to me?
What?
Feed me. Feed me.
Sounds like that plant in that movie.
It. What movie was that?
The Rocky Horror Show.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that. I saw that. We did a play at Graceland. That large plant that ate people, right?
Feed me.
Yeah.
You did a play at
There was a play at Graceland that had that plant in it. I think it was called the Rocky Horror. I don't know what it was called.
Rocky Horror Show.
So, for the record, what do we do with the cats when you go? What would you like us to do with them? Can they come to Iowa with me and I train them to be outside inside? I will do that very carefully and lovingly. Would that be all right?
My baby girls. My baby, baby girls. My baby, baby girls. My baby girls.
Rose, I gotta tell you, this morning I was laying here and I didn't hear you breathing and I thought you died. And then all of a sudden you went and I realized you were still with us. All right. Well, you've struggled to talk about some of your children. Last but not least is me. How would you, at the end of the day, you fondly talk about the story of the morning that I looked at the bottle of detergent or something under the sink, and I looked at it, and then I looked at you, and in a very serious mode, I said to you, what did I say? I said, I'll never drink from that bottle again. Is that correct?
My baby girl.
Rose, so what do you think of me, Paul Davis? Paul Jude Davis. What would the two sentences be to describe me? A narcissist?
You have a great personality.
But a mean streak, right?
Mr. Grinch, you're a mean one. Mr. Grinch.
I'm getting hungry. What about you? You know what I'd like to do, Rose?
What?
I would like to go get us 2 coffees, medium, 4 creams, 3 sugars, and each one of us get 2 donuts, and we dunk them. We dunk them at Dunkin' Donuts. What would you think of that?
Sounds good to me.
And then a little bit later, we could eat the Chinese from last night.
Mr. Grinch, you're a mean one. Mr. Grinch. What are you doing? Oh, Paul.
All right, we're going to turn it off. Rosemarie, say goodbye to your family.
Goodbye, family.
How do you want to be remembered?
I don't know, Paul. Please shut up.
Okay, Rose. We will shut up. And let the record show that this is all that's left.
Look at this cat. She's needing me.
This is all that's left. I'm 50. I'm 62. She is 85. And Rosemarie Davis, a woman who used to dance a lot at Orchard Inn, the woman who had to fend off lots of offers to go home and sleep with men,
Oh, God.
only said yes once in a while. Now this is... I asked her the other night if she could still do the number. I asked if John Davis showed up at the door and said, I've been hiding for 20 years and I'm back. Could she sleep with John Davis?
No.
And I said something to Hillary about it, and Hillary said it would probably kill her. A good woman, Rosemarie. It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times.
Oh, God.
She grew up in a dysfunctional family. Loved her mother and father, but her father died when she was a young teenager. She loved her father. She remembers the time sitting on his lap. He was a very successful businessman. He died early of rectal cancer. Her mother, Myrtle, well, Myrtle was from the Eastern Shore. Good cook, could clean a crab better than anybody you knew. But didn't know how to parent, didn't know how to mother.
Please, Paul, will you shush up?
And she had an illness, a disease called alcoholism. Rosemarie grew up. Her only dream was to be a mother with children. That's what Rosemarie dreamt of when she was a child.
All right, let's...
All right, we'll wrap it up right now. I still say she never should have left Sanford. If she had stayed at Sanford, everything would have been different. But she was homesick. Who wouldn't be homesick? I think there was a boy in the picture, too.
See the cloud? Looks like an airplane. Paul, would you please stop it? God. Smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Jeepers Creepers is in there in the living room, ready to be watched.
Let me get this again.
What?
Osel does not have a white chest.
Right.
And she's skittish. She won't let people pet her.
Neither of them will, really.
Oh, I've been petting the other one. So this is Osel right here. This is Osel on the chair. And then under here,
It's cold.
this is Hillary here with the white.
Yeah. Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? What are you doing?
Videotaping the cat.
You have pretty legs, Paul.